This is WKYT This Morning.
Kentucky mornings start right here on WKYT. We sure hope you enjoyed that weekend. Ready to go on this Monday. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Andrea Walker. It is September 26th and our team is busy this morning. Let's get straight to your headlines.
Now at 6:30, Lexington police are trying to figure out what has led to a deadly overnight stabbing. We'll have the latest for you live.
The presidential candidates are ready to rumble, and so are the voters. Just ahead, what you can expect during tonight's highly anticipated debate.
And Big Blue Madness tickets don't go on sale until Friday, but campers are already out. We're over there too with our news team. A live report from outside Memorial Coliseum. That is just ahead this morning, and they're going to have some cool nights in preparation for those tickets.
Fall is finally in the air.
Not only that, not just cool nights, but you may even have some showers overnight too for some of these mornings. So it's just not looking that good. I can tell you.
Change.
It's a big change. That's exactly right. And there's Defender Radar Network, and you can see that front heading our direction. And that'll give us some showers, a couple of rumbles of thunder to go through later on today. Frankfort, you'll be roughly 10 a.m. to about noontime. Lexington is roughly about 11 a.m. to about 2 p.m. And then Moorhead, London, you guys over toward the east-southeast, it's more mid-afternoon into late afternoon. So that means kids going off to the bus stop early this morning and you heading out to work, you'll have no problems. If you exercise early in the morning, you do that every single morning. Well, this morning's really good. But I'll tell you this afternoon, it looks like you'll have some rain around, so it's one of those, you might as well go ahead and knock that out. We'll talk about this and show you the next several days because it gets very chilly. That's coming up.
All right, here's the latest news this morning.
Lexington police say a man is dead this morning after an overnight stabbing.
It happened on Heisel Way. That's behind Yates Elementary School off New Circle there in the Eastland area. This was around 9 o'clock last night. WKYT's Lauren Miners joining us live with some more details that she's tracked down. Good morning, Lauren.
Good morning. The other man involved in the stabbing remains here at UK Hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. I did talk to police earlier this morning who say they have not filed charges against anyone in the stabbing. They also tell me they are not looking for any suspects. Here's what they say happened. Around 9 p.m., police were called to a home on Heisel Way for disorderly conduct. When officers arrived, there were two victims outside the home. Police say one of the men was stabbed and taken to the hospital with life-threatening injuries. Earlier this morning, we learned from the Fayette County coroner that man did die from those injuries. The victim's name has not yet been released. An autopsy, though, is scheduled for later this morning. Reporting live in Lexington, Lauren Miner, WKYT.
Lauren, thank you. New this morning, employees helped keep a fire at a Lexington fast food restaurant from spreading overnight. Mulch caught fire outside the Taco Bell on Harrodsburg Road there near Lane Allen. The fire damaged the side of the building, but firefighters say employees jumped into action and used a fire extinguisher to put out the fire before they got there.
A Kentucky man is recovering after being mauled by a bear in Alaska. 57-year-old Douglas Adkins of Letcher County was hiking with a big game hunting guide on Alaska Island when police say they startled the bear. Adkins was attacked, but police say it didn't last long and the two were able to make it to the guide's boat. The Coast Guard took Adkins to Juneau with non-life-threatening injuries.
Police are searching for a man accused of robbing a Madison County store. Deputies released this surveillance photo of the suspect that we'll see here shortly. They say he walked into the Dollar General on Irvin Road, grabbed some items, and then handed a note to the clerk while showing that he had a gun. No one was injured in that. Deputies say the man is also suspected in an attempted robbery at the Dollar General, which happened on the bypass shortly before. There was the image, and we have that for you, by the way, on WKYT.com if you can identify him.
Funeral services will be held today for a Fleming County woman who recently passed after years of battling with cystic fibrosis.
Katie Prager died last week, just days after losing her husband Dalton to the same disorder. Visitation for Katie was held last night at the Elizaville Christian Church in Ewing, Kentucky. Her funeral is to be at 10 o'clock this morning. It will be at the same church.
A former Southern Kentucky School Board chairman will return to court sooner than expected. Dexter Smith's pretrial conference was originally scheduled for next month, but now he'll be in court tomorrow. A grand jury indicted the ex-Knox County Board chairman last month on a perjury charge. Prosecutors say Smith lied about having a valid high school diploma when filing to run for the school board. If convicted, he faces up to 1 year in prison and a $500 fine. Smith resigned earlier this year after surveillance video surfaced showing someone else taking the GED exam for him. Well, tonight is the night. It marks the first of 3 presidential debates, and it could be the most watched debate of all time.
Get some popcorn, right? This
Yes.
is going to be interesting. Many analysts believe that viewership could rival the Super Bowl, somewhere around 100 million people.
Crazy.
Jamie Yukas reports on what voters will be watching for.
A new Washington Post ABC News poll has Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump in a dead heat heading into tonight's debate. Experts say the outspoken Republican nominee, Trump, will have to demonstrate policy expertise.
His best lines of attacks are anything that accentuate her trustworthiness challenges and global disorder.
While Democratic candidate Clinton will need to overcome trust questions.
An overwhelming number of the American people think that the country's headed in the wrong direction. She has a huge disadvantage there.
But that hasn't stopped the 2 candidates from going after each other before taking the stage here at Hofstra University.
Clinton is putting billionaire Trump critic Mark Cuban in the front row. And Trump threatened to bring Jennifer Flowers, who said she had an affair with Bill Clinton. The Trump camp now says she won't be there. But the focus of the debate will be on a wide variety of issues, including national security, economic growth, and the country's direction. The vice presidential candidates spent Sunday talking about what are the best scenarios for their running mates at the debate.
We need to hear from these 2 candidates, and I hope and trust that the moderators will just facilitate that.
You're going to see him have to get into specifics, and Hillary too, right? Fair is fair. You got to hold them to an even standard, but we're going to see who can answer the specific questions.
The buildup to the 90-minute debate could mean more viewers than Carter versus Reagan in 1980, with Clinton and Trump close to each other on the debate stage and ready to rumble. Jamie Yukas, CBS News, Hempstead, New York.
And on Sunday, Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump were meeting separately with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Each used the meeting to show their knowledge of foreign policy and readiness to lead the nation. Again, 9 o'clock tonight, and we'll have it for you here on WKYT. Should be interesting.
Yes, you don't want to miss it because that's all anybody's going to be talking
Exactly.
about. You got to know what's going on.
Tomorrow, did you see when that was said and this was done? Right, exactly.
All right, well, the madness continues here in the Bluegrass. Big Blue Madness is still a few weeks away, but people are already out there getting ready for it.
They're there this morning. They showed up overnight. Tickets for the annual event won't be available until Friday, but several people are already camping out right there near the sidewalk. WKYT's Mike Byer joining us live from Memorial Coliseum. Good morning, Mike.
The funny thing is, Bill and Andrea, is the official campout doesn't start until Wednesday, but we all know it's hard to keep diehard basketball fans away, especially when Kentucky basketball is on the line now. As you guys mentioned, the free tickets for Big Blue Madness won't be released until Friday night at 10 p.m., but dozens of fans have already started lining up. They can be picked up at either of the Memorial Coliseum ticket windows or online via Ticketmaster. As always, the tickets are free. Now, in a recent press release, UK Athletics say fans are highly encouraged to use Ticketmaster to get tickets. They say they can't guarantee fans will receive tickets by lining up or going online. Meanwhile, the university says fans who camp out are not allowed to park on campus. Campers may be dropped off or unload their car using the Wildcat Plaza area located directly across from Memorial Coliseum. Now, we talked to a fan who says this is one of the best times of the year.
We have cornhole boards, radio, we just sleep, visit with other people, and so far, I'm having a blast.
Now, there are many people out here already, like this gentleman you see, but the true test, or in a few weeks, this place will really be rocking when Big Blue Madness takes place on October 14th at 7 p.m. And of course, it will air live on the SEC network. Live in Lexington, Mike Byer, WKYT.
Hey, as we mentioned, some chilly nights ahead for them out there, but all this for a practice, you know.
I know,
only
we're crazy.
in Kentucky, right?
We're crazy, but we're coming off a good weekend. The Cats won this weekend against South Carolina.
Yeah, big win for the Cats there in football.
All right, let's see how traffic is moving this morning.
Let's go out to Officer Don and check on live drive traffic out there at 98.1 The Bull. Hey, good morning, Don.
Hey, good morning. Well, no collisions. We cleared the problem at Tate's Creek and Man of War. The debris is now out of the roadway, so the intersection's back open. No detour necessary there. Let's get a look outside. We'll show you what's happening as far as Lexington rush hour traffic this morning. Not a whole lot of red showing up, which is good news, meaning the traffic flow is doing okay coming in from Versailles, also coming on the north side there on Paris Pike. Drive times holding their own so far. No major issues to report there as well. We'll keep you up to date throughout the morning. And live look outside. We're in good shape. That's courtesy of Lexington Fayette Urban County government as we start off our morning rush hour. Now back to you in the studio.
All right, already getting busy out there. Thank you very much, Don. And you can get the latest traffic and weather info anytime. Take it along with you with our WKYT Weather Plus Traffic app. Download that for free. It's in the app or the Google Play stores, and you will be good to go.
Price is right.
Exactly. Why not, right?
Why not?
And we have more news coming up on WKYT here on your Monday morning.
Still ahead in Peru, racers with 2 legs and 4 legs are all welcome. We'll take a closer look at the Dogathon after Micah's forecast.
We actually have some rain on the way. Finally, for some of us that need it on the yards and the crops, it's heading our direction. How much are we expecting? When does it arrive? And when does that cool blast slide on in? I'll have that, your 7-day coming up.
Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris.
So let me take you hour by hour. You get out this morning, kids going off to the bus stop, no problems whatsoever. You heading out to work, I don't see any issues. The problem is coming home later on this afternoon, because that's when we start to see a few showers, a few rumbles of thunder slide on in. The roadways look pretty good. Hearing that from Officer Don at 98.1 The Bull, and the rain's still well back toward the west. It's not anywhere close to us. It's going to take some time before it actually gets here. Let me take you hour by hour. Watch this. I'm going to stop at about 10 to 11 a.m. And there you have your first showers, first rumbles of thunder back toward the western zones. That's going to be your 64 corridor. It's going to be 127. Work your way up towards 71 corridor, and that's the area that sees the first rain. But the bulk of the rain's still back toward the west. So let's dive off into the rest of the afternoon. Planning ahead, here's 2 to 3 p.m., and it's already rolled through Lexington. So Lexington, I'd say anywhere from noon to about 3 p.m. That's your best bet. That will go for the bluegrass region and the northern zones. Back toward the west and southwest, you're really late morning, early afternoon. But then you look toward the east-southeast, you'll have a few sparking up down toward the mountainous regions, but really the bulk of it still is back toward the eastern zones, and I would say anywhere from 3 p.m. to about 6 p.m. That's your best bet. So Breathitt County, Morgan County, go down into Laurel County, Perry County, you guys, Whitley County, holding on to that time frame, 3 p.m. to about 6 p.m. So you'll have spotty rain today. As that passes on through, the front moves through, and boy, is it going to be really nice tomorrow. You're talking low to mid 70s. It's going to be right around average. Not only that, but sunny skies too, so it's going to look really nice. On Wednesday and Thursday, not so much. Here comes another system. Now, this is a front moving through. These fronts move through. They don't last long. They last about 6 hours to get through the region, and they move on by. This system that's coming through on Wednesday into Thursday and Friday, those 3 days, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, is an upper level system, okay? So the front's down toward the surface. This is an upper level system. It hovers over you, and it just does not move that much. And what that means is cloudy skies. Very unsettled weather when you have one of these roll over you. So cloudy skies, rain chances will be with us at about 40% each day. And not only that, but much cooler air being brought down as well from Canada. So that is just going to be the setup on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. It's going to be ugly. There's no doubt about that. And not only that, with those showers, it's going to be a little chilly there with those showers laying around. Temperatures, look at Thursday and Friday for your highs. You're talking 62 degrees. I mean, that is way low. For this time of year, typically we're in the mid-70s. So we're going from way up here, guys, to way down here. I mean, this past week, we were in the 90s multiple days. And now we're going to be in the 60s for multiple days this week. It's crazy.
But from what I've heard, people are really excited.
Excited.
It could just be me, but I'm really
No. Everywhere I was out over the weekend, people were saying, well, I'm ready for sweaters and to get the quilt out and all of that. So
better go ahead and do it.
Yes, you're right.
Better get it.
The time has come. All right, our time this morning is 6:47. Some racers in Peru are getting a few extra legs up on the competition.
Hundreds of dog owners took to the streets of Peru's capital over the weekend for the Dogathon. The race promotes sports between dogs and their humans. The pups and their persons chose between a 2K or a 4K to test their perseverance. And you know their dogs were barking after those races, of course. Winners of the race got a year's worth of free dog food. That is a big deal if you've got a big dog. It can get expensive.
Yeah, that's a lot of food.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, how cute.
They had a good time, didn't they?
I love it.
Of course, the Mutt Strut is held annually around here. I think that's in May that the Lexington Humane Society has it. And then they have their Beastie Ball, which is next month.
Oh, good deal. I love it.
So opportunities to help out our four-legged friends. Coming up on 6:48, bright and early on your Monday on WKYT.
We've got more when we come back. Stay with us.
Coming up, perspective on tonight's presidential debate from John Dickerson and Bob Schieffer. We'll also speak with advisors from both campaigns, plus the incredible career of legendary golfer Arnold Palmer. More real news coming up on CBS This Morning, next.
Welcome back into WKYT this morning. We're coming up on 10 till 7 on your Monday. Well, we've learned a man has died after getting in a fight in Lexington. That's just one of the stories making headlines this morning. Bill joins us now with a look at what's trending on the web.
Well, Lexington police are telling us they are not looking for any suspects in this case. That gives you a clue of what they're doing right now. They are not filing any charges at this moment. They're waiting the autopsy. Police say the stabbing happened during a fight last night on Heisel Road. That's in the Eastland Parkway area. The Fayette County coroner says one of them has died. His name has not been released to us yet. Police say the other man is at UK Hospital this morning. We'll stay on top of the story. Major League Baseball is mourning the loss of Jose Fernandez. This is our most viewed story right now on WKYT.com. Fernandez was killed in a boating accident off of Miami Beach. He was a pitcher for the Miami Marlins. Well, of those stories, plus Lexington Brewery Alltech recalling a couple of beers because of quality concerns. You can read those details right now on WKYT.com, and we'll have weather there as well. That's what is trending on the web on your Monday morning. Andrea?
Bill, thank you. By now, most of you have likely heard about the creepy clown sightings happening around Kentucky or even seen some photos on social media. Police across the state and in several other states have responded to 911 calls about the clowns, and many agencies are warning people dressing like one can lead to criminal charges. Professional clown Sparky in Madison County works for Fright Night and other haunted attractions. He says dressing up like a clown when you're not protected is dangerous.
Somebody's going to get killed, and the person that's going to shoot you is going to be in jail. So nobody wins. If you really want to scare people, don't do it by yourself. Go to a haunted house and do it.
Good advice for the man himself. Shortly after leaving the business, we learned that someone called 911 about Sparky, saying there was a creepy clown in the area trying to scare people.
Okay, there you go. Arnold Palmer, one of the greatest golfers of all time, died Sunday of complications from heart problems. He was 87 years old. Hannah Daniels has more on his legacy both on and off the golf course.
And a heartfelt thank you to our four-time Masters champion, Mr. Arnold Palmer.
Golfing trailblazer Arnold Palmer was known simply as the King. After serving in the Coast Guard, Palmer returned to the game he loved. His first tour win was the Canadian Open in 1955. Palmer is credited with making the game popular in the 60s and built a fan base known as Arnie's Army.
I'd like to think and truly believe that golf and golfers promote some sort of human values that symbolize so many Americans.
Over the course of his distinguished career, Palmer would go on to win 62 PGA titles and 7 major championships, including 4 Masters. He was the first man to reach $1 million in earnings on the PGA Tour. He was also the recipient of the Presidential Medal of Freedom and Congressional Gold Medal. Hannah Daniels, CBS News.
And President Obama tweeted this last night. Here's to the king who was an extraordinary on the links as he was generous to others. And Jack Nicklaus said in a statement, Arnold transcended the game of golf. He was more than a golfer or even a great golfer. He was an icon. He was a legend. And certainly is going to be missed.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, Snapchat is introducing its first hardware glasses to record and share video.
This is an interesting device. They're called Spectacles and can record 10 seconds of video at a time, then upload it straight to Snapchat. They kind of look like what you would really see with your own eyes. Spectacles will go on sale later this fall for $130. Well, Charles Osgood signed off as anchor of CBS Sunday Morning for the very last time this weekend.
The special broadcast called Celebrating Charlie featured stories of Osgood's early years, his career highlights, and his love for poetry, music, and even his bow tie collection. Osgood said goodbye after 22 years on CBS Sunday Morning and more than 50 years as a member of the CBS family.
I'm Charles Osgood. We'll be off next Sunday morning so that CBS Sports can bring you a special presentation of the NFL from London. Please join Jane Pauley here again in 2 weeks. As for me, I will see you on the radio. I want to thank you all in our wonderful audience, and I also want to thank all these people.
And the staff moved in there. Osgood's bow tie is going to be donated to the Smithsonian National Museum of American History as part of the permanent collection. And as you heard, Jane Pauley will succeed Osgood as the new anchor of CBS Sunday mornings. And he's going to be missed, but I think Jane Pauley really is a good choice for that.
She'll do a wonderful job. Sunday morning's always been one of my favorite shows. I think it's a big reason why I went into broadcasting. They just tell such great stories.
They really do.
Yeah.
The brighter side of things.
That's right.
And it's easy like Sunday morning there when you're watching that. We want to check in with Micah before we go. We are looking for a change in our weather.
Yeah, and that pattern is really going to start changing overnight and into tomorrow because that's when that coolest air slides on in. So there's your front located back toward the west at this moment, and this particular model is picking up on this really well, which gives us pretty high confidence on the timing on this. I would say in our western zones, heads up, you'll get the first showers, first couple of rumbles of thunder. It's going to be anywhere from, I would say, 10 a.m. to about noontime, and that could include Lexington. However, the bulk of the action comes rolling through during the afternoon. The bulk of the action rolls through Lexington central zones down toward the southwest, anywhere from noon to about 3 p.m., and then it heads over toward the east-southeast. It's what's back behind that. Yes, we'll get some rain. It's not going to be a whole heck of a lot. But it's what's back behind that till tomorrow morning. We're talking 40 starting off tomorrow.
Gosh.
Chilly air.
A little cold rain on your Monday.
Yeah.
Keep your smile with you.
That's
Nobody's more up to date than you. Thank you for being on WKYT.
Have a great Monday.